Hello, and welcome to today's Sunshine Prepper News. I'm Willow, the Sunshine Prepper, here to spread a bit of positivity on the unavoidable doom and gloom. Please join me for a big, deep breath and a nice long sigh before we get into today's topic. Okay, I need one more. All right, so this one's a bit of a doozy, but it weighs on my heart, so let's get it out in the open so that we can breathe about it together. And to those of you who already know about this, you're not one in a million, thank God, but you're probably closer to 1 in 50,000, maybe hopefully more like 1 in 10,000 of people that are aware of what is happening in their wallet. In short, the US dollar is losing its status as the world reserve currency. Say it ain't so, but no, regardless of how you feel about this one, it's definitely on the way, probably sooner than we'd hope, but not so fast that you don't have time to prepare. Since I'm sure you've noticed inflation, did you know that since the dollar's creation, it has lost 97% of its value? Today's dollar is worth 3 pennies compared to what it used to buy. Hooray, corruption. But what I really want to get into today is not the how and why our currency is failing, but on how the BRICS alliance is speeding us closer to this catastrophe. It won't be an SHTF scenario for everyone in the world, but for the G7 and definitely in the United States, it is going to be an SHTF for you and me. Just like how you are the most impacted by losing your job, Americans are going to be the ones most impacted by our currency losing status of world reserve currency. BRICS, 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 which is now BRICS Plus. This economic alliance has also been called the BRICS Bloc or the Southern Bloc, but is about to be called the Majority Bloc as it now makes up 30% of landmass, about 45% of global population, and no less than 32% of the world's GDP, compared to 30% held by the G7 countries. BRICS stands for Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. And the plus, as of January 1st this year, is for Egypt, Ethiopia, Iran, and the United Arab Emirates. Saudi Arabia has been invited, but not yet officially joined, as per the representative attending Davos right now. And BRICS is still growing. There's already 15 countries that have formally applied for membership, including Nigeria, Algeria, Bolivia, Pakistan, and more. And there's 17 other countries that have expressed interest in joining the alliance. Okay. So it's an economic alliance, it's big and it's getting bigger, but what should really concern you is their dedication and conviction to de-dollarization. They want to stop settling trade in dollars. They are adamant on ditching our currency, and I honestly don't blame them. The United States is sitting in $34 trillion of debt, much of which was effectively printed out of thin air. And the only thing slowing all these dollars down from coming home to roost is that a lot of trade still relies on being settled in dollars. The days of artificial demand for dollars that was created by other countries having to use them to buy oil are quickly coming to an end. And now many of the largest producers of crude oil, aka energy, are pretty excited to start selling that oil in anything other than dollars. When that happens, the horrible inflation we've experienced the last 4 years is going to be laughable in comparison. It's really going to be a mess. But did you know that on top of that, BRICS has created the new development bank as an alternative to the World Bank and the International Monetary Fund. And their alternative to the SWIFT system known as BRICS Pay is already facilitating transactions in local currencies instead of in dollars. If that doesn't need a deep breath and a sigh, I don't know what does. So, how can we make the most of this crappy patty? Well, the first silver lining is that you still have time to diversify from just dollars to protect your purchasing power. Beans and rice are pretty nice. A silver dime seems mighty fine. Buying gold is really bold. But for real, holding the things of value that your dollars are otherwise just a claim on will put you in a better position. Food will always be your friend. Non-perishable consumables are also always good to keep around. Things like aluminum foil, soap, trash bags, and don't forget to get some high quality tools, wink wink. Past that, I always recommend you own some silver. Don't sell everything that you have to buy it, but only 15% of Americans own some. And it's an easy way to be a little bit ahead of this game of currency failureopoly. And then, if you have a few more coins than the average bear, you can start to position yourself to come out ahead on the other side with real estate. We're going to need high integrity, good people with good morals and purchasing power to buy up the land so that the overlord class doesn't take it all when everything fails. So, now that you know that winter is coming to wallets near you, be intentional with the time that you have to prepare and go take some action. Wishing you and your family the best as we charge into a challenging future by doing today that which you can for your family's future wellness. I know we'll get through it. I'll see you next week. Sunshine Prepper out.